Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and we're getting chased by Panzernakas, the Heinschel 129s. Ooh, you guys are capping, huh? But I am driving the KV-85. Now look at the front of this tank, and I'm going to ask you a question. What do you notice is not there? That's present on most tanks. Give you a second look. That's right. It's lacking both the hull-mounted and the coaxial-mounted machine guns. This is actually a KV-1S chassis with an IS-1 turret. At least most KV-85s, most standard, I guess, conversions or productions were with the IS-1 turret in a KV-1S chassis. Because it was a stopgap tank. It's kind of cool. There's no forward-facing machine guns. There's only the one in the rear, which leads one to believe this thing was designed to be an outright tank fighter, you know, because the hull and the coaxial mounted machine gun ports are weaknesses on the tank, structural weaknesses that are necessary when you're dealing with, man, this guy's just so tempting a target, when you're dealing with infantry, because infantry are pretty good threats to tanks. Who knows? Who dat? Who dat? Lovachkin 5FN. Alright, so we have the Panzerkampfwagen up there. Oh, my Su-85's just zooming, man. I want to follow him because I don't really like running around by myself. And we got to get to A because they're about 25% done. And this Air Force. Yikes! Alright. Good lord. Okay, he's going after AAA. That's okay with me. I need to try those, man. The Panzernaka! What a plane. What an iconic plane, too. What a scary freaking plane when you're in a tank, man. I know it's hard to kill tanks, but that thought's always there. So I don't know what my friend here is up to. Because we gotta make something happen, gentlemen. They're at 33%. Those are shots going off. Where'd they come from? Where'd you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Who needs support? This guy up there? You guys are pushing up a little far, aren't you? I guess that's actually... Oh! So there's another KV-85 up here. If we see an IS-1, it'll be cool to kind of show off the differences in the chassis. Oh, God. Whoa! How you like me now? I must have got a really good shot. Now, you have to keep in mind my shells are armor-piercing, high-explosive ballistic cap. The HE is the important part. That means, good lord, Nordhammer. I want to kill you so bad, Mr. Nordhammer. That means if I get a penetrating shot, I have an excellent chance at killing the enemy tank. But generally, armor-piercing high-explosive rounds have less penetration. Yikes. That's a Panther. And that's my friend, dead. And I can't see this guy. Okay, he's behind the hill. I don't really want to deal with that. I mean, I got a pretty good shot on the Tiger. They're over 50%. I kind of have to force the issue, do I not? I can't see him. He's in the cap zone. I wonder... Oh, two Panthers. Panthers are an excellent tank. I'm one of the only guys on my team. Guys, it was nice knowing you. It was nice talking to you about the stopgap tank that was the KV-85. Because my gun depression. 6 seconds. I'm dead, guys. What the tits? It's a trap! It's a trap! Admiral Akbar! Oh, 1 minute? Yeah. So, let's watch as my turret blows the balls up right there. Panther tanks. Oh, what a sexy-ass tank. See? I was looking around. Anyway, KV-85 is awesome. KV-1S chassis, 85mm D5T cannon on an IS-1 turret. It's bad mamma jamma. But it was a stopgap tank. You can see Exhibit A, me getting worked by Panthers, why the Russians were really looking forward to that IS-1 tank. Anyway, let's get some more action. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the fight with a KV-85. And I'll tell you what, people were asking me after the T50 video, which was the precursor to the T34, you know what I thought about the tank. And I think normally I'm pretty much like a fan or have a relatively neutral opinion on most tanks. The KV-85, however, from what I'm experiencing, I would definitely prefer to use a different tank. Mostly because right now there's a relatively limited selection of tanks we're going up against, right? Oh god, that was like freaking close. Who shot that? But yeah, I mean, I don't have any really sloped armor, seriously sloped armor, right? And I don't have very good speed. I have a pretty good 85mm gun, but I mean, there's Panthers running around with sloped frontal armor and exceptional penetration on their 75s, and then Tigers, you know, rumbling around. But then, so like, you got your Panther and probably the SU-85M is what I've been seeing that people are just running rampant on. Oh god. Goodbye. I had to rip one off right through that viewport. This guy's thinking about it. Oh god. Alright, so we're in a sluggy match with a Tiger. Come on, reload faster. There it is, baby. Tigers, they got that weakness, man. That viewport right there is where I was aiming. I managed to get a snapshot on that first one. Okay, I got 10 seconds left, so I just wiped out 2 heavy tanks with my KV-85. However, if I ran up against Panthers, they got that sloped frontal armor. It's one of the reasons why, like, the Tiger was very impressive, but as far as, like, combat usefulness, the Panther, you know, was considered, I think, in my opinion, and in many's opinion, the better overall tank. It was a medium tank, it had better mobility, it had that front sloped armor, and it had a pretty high penetrating 75mm gun. So as I'm rolling down here feeling like a king, since I took out 2 Tigers by myself, one off just like pure, instinctual reflex right there on that first one. I mean, my heart's still jumping around. I'm rolling up on their spawn to see who went the other way. I'll likely be able to catch other people. But here's the thing. If I was an SU-85M, I'd already be rounding this thing and probably heading towards the middle flag point. If I was in a Panther, it'd be doing the same. Instead, I'm in a KV-1S chassis with an IS-1 turret. You know, the KV-85. Oh, hero. This Panzer 4H. Now, he's got his shits and facing me. If he doesn't see me and he stays there, we might get a nice shot. There's also some other tanks. So yeah, this could be a very good game for us. Assuming this guy doesn't see us. Haha! He does see us. Oh shit. I set him on fire. He's gotta die soon. Woo! Thank the Lord! Alright. Now, I fired my shot a little prematurely. I swear it never happens. Ooh. Very good use of your friend's dead corpse. And my loader is all kinds of jumbled up. He fired his shot. He's pulling out. I have an IS-1. He's pulling out. I have an IS-1 turret. So... Oh! Good lord, it was an ambush! That's pincer maneuver, man. Textbook stuff. Well, not really. He got a pretty good rear shot. My turret seems to be a little messed up, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Where'd that come from? Oh, God. How did I not see that guy? Look at that. I was able to move just enough. 1 minute and 25 seconds? Turret is definitely kinds of messed up right now. I gotta wait for like a minute. Because this guy's gonna be shelling, I guess, the rear. Yeah, he's gonna be going for that over and over. Oh, but he's getting greedy. Get greedy, my friend. Get greedy. Ow. That does not feel good. I can't shoot through this. I don't believe. Yeah, I think this guy's playing it smart. I could really use some backup. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. How'd we do? 3 kills. That was just oversight, man. I make one great play, and then I mess up. I do a stupid play, and then we have Tainted Squirrel in a very beautiful-looking Soviet B-25J. Yep, I mean, the Terminator terminated me, is what happened. We got some pretty dang good score on that one. But my overall impression of the KV-85, it's good, but it was a stopgap tank, and it feels like a stopgap tank here. You know, you feel like you're kind of out of your element. You're out there with the big boys, but should you really be out there with the big boys? I mean, at high level tier 3, you know, obviously. Oh, good lord. Oh, AAA. Man, that guy's dead. So, yeah, here's the Su-85Ms. These things are rolling around and just, like, beasting up people. Let's see who else is out there. IS-1. This was the tank that the KV-85 was designed to kind of stopgap for, was the IS-1. And you can see the similarities there in the turret. The chassis is a little bit different, but it does look awfully similar. Interesting thing about the IS-1 is it's also missing a hull-mounted and a coaxial-mounted machine gun. Because these were tank killers, boys and girls. T-34-85, that's another tank I probably would pick over the KV-85. Because you have the same gun for the most part, 85mm gun, with a much more mobile chassis, right? Plus you have that sloped armor, which effectively increases your survivability. You know, you can angle yourself in a much better way. So that's just my overall impression. Like, KV-85's fun, and I love it in Men of War. But honestly, in this, I don't know how they're going to affect battle ratings and everything, but I guess it's personal style for sure, and I feel like I'm more of a medium tank style. I really like mobility, and I like a high-powered gun. So, I mean, I'd go for something else, but it's definitely a fun tank, as you saw. In certain instances, it's ideally set up to win the war for you. Anyway, my name is Baron. Thank y'all for watching that KV-85 footage. And man, that game could have been, this could have been an ace tanker game if I was a little more focused. But I was still pretty excited. You know, pretty hopped up. And that guy just got panthered. That's another tank I'd probably pick over the KV-85. The Panther. Sloped armor, really good penetrating gun, and that speed mobility, man. It's all about it. It's all about it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and we're getting chased by Panzernakas, the Henschel 129s. Ooh, you guys are capping, huh? But I am driving the KV-85. Now look at the front of this tank, and I'm going to ask you a question. What do you notice is not there? That's present on most tanks. Give you a second look. That's right. It's lacking both the hull-mounted and the coaxial-mounted machine guns.